Welcome back. Now, in regards to political leaders, would you say that those such as Al Gore are leading the country in the right direction? What else can be done to ensure that America and the jobs are heading in the right step?
Well, I mean, I think certainly Al Gore is, you get to the back end of this century, we're at the front end of it right now. Al Gore is going to be somebody who future generations will applaud more and more. His contribution, you really can't overstate it. Before he put his movie out in 2006, the conversation about global warming and climate change was basically off the table, and he single-handedly was able to get it on the table. At the same time, you've got to recognize our elected leaders like Nancy Pelosi, like President Obama, and like Senator Reid, who've taken the issue and made it not just an important topic for rhetoric, but also for results, and have tried to go from the inspiration of Al Gore to the implementation. And people talk about President Obama as the first black president. He certainly is. He's also the first truly green president in that he put $80 billion on the table for green jobs and for clean energy in America. And I think that's an important point that we should always make, is that the environmental agenda has been rapidly advanced. We were making up for 8 years of backpedaling. And it's going to be important as we go forward that we continue the momentum.
Now, on the topic of President Obama, you worked as part of the White House Council for Environmental Quality last year.
For 6 months. For
6 months, yes. Can you talk a little bit more about that and how your experience was and your resignation?
It's amazing. I would encourage anybody and everybody, if you can work in the White House for 6 minutes, do it. No matter, you might have a rough exit like I did. If 6 minutes, still worth it. 6 weeks. The thing about working in the White House, many people have been on airplanes before. I've said this a few times to try to explain it. If you're in an airplane, sometimes you hit some turbulence, and you kind of, geez, I hope the people in the cockpit know what they're doing. I spent 6 months in the cockpit. I got a chance to really see firsthand, right up close, the perils and the promise of America. And so the rest of my life is going to be informed by that experience. We don't have any time to lose. We are losing this race with Asia to be the world leader in clean energy. We're losing the race against time to beat global warming and make sure we have a planet that our children can live on. We already have a third of Pakistan underwater, unprecedented, real crazy weather events all around the world. So what Al Gore predicted is already becoming true. You can see it on television every night. And I want to continue to move forward as a champion for some of the solutions that we need.
Did any tension with the right-wing figures impact your plans for moving the country forward?
Well, whenever a country has to make these kinds of changes, and we don't have any choice. We can't continue to ride the bucking bronco of crazy energy prices. We can't continue to risk the planet with these earth-baking gases that we're pumping out, carbon dioxide, et cetera. When you ever go through that, there's going to be fear, there's going to be debate, there's going to be mistrust. But there's also, at the end of the day, you can trust that we're going to come together and solve the problem. And so I was in that tug of war moment. It wasn't happy, but I think at the end of the day, my commitment has been unchanged by that experience. I'm more committed than ever to solving these problems.
Great. Now, what can viewers do right at this moment to improve the economy? What can they do in their own home that'll change?
Well, there's a lot of things people can do as individuals, but I think people also have to work together. Individual consumers can buy better stuff, but citizens have to act together and in concert. And we have this thing called Power Vote, which I'm very excited about. Young people are saying, listen, Republicans, Democrats, Independent, doesn't matter what party you're in. We want to make sure that young people are signing up to say we're going to vote for clean energy, and we're going to support candidates who do so. So I think Power Vote is a very important thing for young people to get involved with.
Because they are, in essence, leading the country. They're the next step who will be taking control of the environmental situation.
I agree with that 100%.
Great. Well, we're going to take another quick commercial break, but we'll be right back with more from Van Jones.